So today we're diving into something that's, well, it's everywhere, absolutely essential, but often just disappears into the background of our lives. Nature.
Yeah, and for this exploration, we're drawing from a podcast called Earth Talks, specifically an episode, Nature, the Blessing We Forgot to Thank, featuring Emma, who's a nature lover and blogger, and Raj, a wildlife photographer.
He's an environmental educator too, right?
Exactly. So our aim today really is to unpack their conversation. We want to pull out the key insights, about our relationship with nature and why really seeing it matters so much.
Think of it like getting the core message, the absolute essence, without needing the full original recording.
Right, a distillation, basically.
And let's start where they started, actually.
Yeah.
Emma described this amazing moment. She was in the woods.
Oh, yeah, I remember that part.
And the sunlight was just coming through the trees. She said it felt almost magical. Not, some huge dramatic scene, but it triggered this thought. Nature is a blessing.
A simple but really profound starting point. And that's what we're exploring.
So why does that feeling, that sense of awe, why does it fade so often? That's something Emma and Rose really got into.
They questioned why something that gives us, everything, fundamental air, water, food, even just quiet peace, why it gets pushed aside.
Yeah, and they point fingers, well, not literally, but they point towards modern life, the way we live.
How so?
Well, think about it. Most of our time is spent inside, right?
Huh.
In boxes, basically, staring at screens, moving between boxes in metal machines.
Cars, trains.
Exactly. So nature, it stops being the place we live in and becomes a place we visit. Like it's a destination, not our foundation.
That idea of visiting nature, it really says a lot, doesn't it? It kind of creates this separation automatically.
It does. But as they point out, the moment we do reconnect, even slightly,
There's that grounding feeling.
right, things just sort of click back into place. You feel it almost immediately.
Raj talked about that too from his photography work, years spent out in really remote places.
Ah, yes. He mentioned the peace, didn't he?
A really deep, unmatched peace, he called it. And specifically, the lack of digital noise. No phones buzzing, no emails.
Just nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that feeling of connection that comes when all that static is gone, it makes you wonder how much that constant input affects us day to day.
It really does.
Yeah.
Which leads nicely into a quote Emma brought up. Nature doesn't hurry, yet everything is accomplished.
That's powerful. There's a lot packed into that.
Totally. Nature's got this rhythm, this patience that's just so different from our, often crazy pace.
And could we learn from that? That's what they pondered, with all the anxiety and stress, feeling overwhelmed.
Yeah, could tuning into that slower, natural pace actually help, offer a different perspective, maybe some calm?
It definitely suggests another way to approach things. Emmy even shared something quite personal, didn't she?
She did, yeah. About an old oak tree in a park near her, how it became like a sanctuary for her.
A free ancient remedy, almost.
Exactly. And Raj then kind of expanded on that, reminding us what trees just do. Give shade, shelter.
And the oxygen we breathe.
Right. Just giving, unconditionally. No expectation of anything back.
But then the conversation shifted, because while nature gives,
We don't always give back. That's where they got quite serious, pointing out the huge imbalance.
deforestation, pollution, climate change, the big stuff, it all stems from taking more than we return.
It's a stark reminder, really.
And it underlines their core point. We aren't above nature, we're absolutely part of it. What we do to it, we ultimately do to ourselves.
So if that's the problem, what's the solution? Or at least, how do we start to fix that relationship?
Well, they stress it's not just about, the occasional big trip to a national park. Important maybe, but not the whole picture.
It's more daily.
Yeah, exactly. Cultivating daily gratitude, daily
Yeah.
awareness, noticing the small things right around us.
Like what? Did they give examples?
Simple things, like actually hearing a bird singing outside, or paying attention when you water a plant, noticing the soil, the leaves.
Small acts of connection.
Precisely. Tiny moments that over time can rebuild that sense of belonging, weave nature back into just everyday life.
Raj had that lovely piece of advice for kids, too.
Oh, yeah, that was great. Nature's your first home.
Respect it, explore it, and protect it like you would your family. It frames it so personally, doesn't it? Makes it feel vital.
And it's not just about the long-term health of the planet, though that's crucial. They also talked about the immediate payoffs for us.
Right, the instant benefits.
Yeah, how even just a few moments in nature can shift your mood. You feel physically different, more relaxed.
Like walking barefoot on grass or just watching the sunset for 5 minutes. Simple stuff.
Or even feeling the wind. things we barely register sometimes.
And the beauty is, as they emphasized, it's accessible. Nature isn't just out there in the wilderness.
No, it's in your garden, the local park, the tree on your street.
Even just looking up at the sky from your window.
It's right here. A
Hmm.
gift, constantly available if we just, pay attention and appreciate it, protect it.
So, wrapping up this deep dive based on Emma and Raj's conversation, the big takeaway feels pretty clear.
What's that for you?
That nature is this incredible, profound blessing, essential for life, for well-being, but we often forget to acknowledge it in our rush.
We take it for granted.
But, yeah, and this is the hopeful part, even small acts, tiny moments of connection and gratitude can make a real difference. For us, and maybe eventually for the planet too.
Which leads us to maybe a final thought, something for you, the listener, to try. It's inspired by Raj's advice, really.
Okay.
Sometime today, just step outside, maybe for 5 minutes, maybe 10. Leave your phone inside. No agenda, nothing to do.
Just be there.
Just be there. Listen, look around, feel the air, and maybe, just maybe, offer a silent little thank you to whatever piece of nature is around you. This sounds small, I know, but maybe that simple act could be, well, a start, a way to begin really seeing and appreciating that blessing that's all around us.